I've always loved movies ever since I was a kid. It is a thing that has been my family. I wanted to be an actor first, but I came to realize the actor doesn't have creative control. And so as I continued watching movies, especially during COVID, I was watching Chris Nolan movies, filmography, which was so amazing. And that's when I realized that the writer-directors are the ones who have, authority and creative control, as well as the producer. And that's when I made a decision that I would really like to do film as a career. Hi, my name is Stephen Gakuo. I am a film student at USIU Africa. I have made 2 short films. One is called Souls of... Actually, there are 3. The first one is called Revelation. It was kind of experimental. And when you're watching it, you kind of see many mistakes. The other 2 are kind of improved, and you can see gradual improvement in them, in the progress I am making. So Souls of the Damned, and my recent one, which I released in a theater, it's called Him. And I produced on the side Price of Pain. Souls of the Damned, I would say, it's kind of my favorite because we didn't have a script. We didn't know. We were on set for an entirely different film. The actors and actress didn't show up, and so we were seated down with my friend Mike, who has helped me produce my previous films. And we were like, we have a camera, we have a tripod, let's shoot something. And so I took down a pen, just drafted an idea, and I told him, just trust me with whatever camera shot I'm taking, just know it's an already written story in my head. And I pulled that off, we edited the thing, it was glorious, it was amazing. And then we were like, let's release a trailer. Released a trailer, we got 100 likes on Instagram, which was really fascinating to me. I've never gotten such likes before. And we released the movie, and it got 500 views in the first 2 weeks. It was really impressive. We were really impressed. So sometimes you come to learn that cinematography, it's accidental. Sometimes it's not something that you sit down at by planning and storyboard. Sometimes circumstances might make you have good cinematography in your films or bad cinematography in your films. One thing some film students don't realize is that every shot you make, or when you're shooting a certain scene, it needs to mean something. It's not just by accidental, we're like, oh, this is a cool shot. No. It needs to communicate something. And especially when it comes to this, the 180-degree rule thing. Very rarely will you find filmmakers breaking such a rule, and if they are breaking it, there has to be a reason. A good example, there's this scene in The Dark Knight where the Batman is interrogating the Joker, and Chris Nolan and Greg Fraser, his DP, they break the 180-degree rule so well to show the dynamics of power, of how power was shifting, and how Joker was gaining power in the conversation over the Batman. But you find some people just do it just for the sake, and it kind of tampers with the editing and confuses the audience when they are watching it. And others is like when you're trying to communicate a certain message in shots, like trying to show danger, you just put a plain shot, like it becomes so boring to the audience and you don't utilize something like rule of thirds to make the film interesting, or to use a Dutch angle to show the tension in the scene. So there are quite many mistakes that students make in terms of cinematography, but hopefully the good thing is if the lecturer knows what they are teaching and doing, they will rectify their students and show them the right way. Before you start breaking those rules, master them first, so that when you're breaking them creatively.